There was a funeral where Raila Amolo Odinga's sister, the late Beryl Odinga, was being buried. BABU OWINO was present, was not given a chance to speak. But when Wino Odinga got a chance to speak, actually, she had to recognize BABU OWINO.
But I want a friend of mine to just wave where he is, because he's part of us. That's my friend BABU OWINO over there.
That was political significance. In that, the Odinga family, Raila Odinga family, they recognize BABU OWINO. They see him as a person who can be able to lead the LUO nation. That's important. Because I feel they are all seeing how BABU OWINO is being segregated. The fact remains also, in her speech, Wino Odinga was very clear that you cannot say you want us to be united while you are separating those who have dissenting opinions.
What we're looking for is space and direction. And when we're talking about unity, unity means you allow people, even those you don't like.
Clear, talking about BABU OWINO. Later on, after the funeral, BABU OWINO went out and held a huge rally. Though I did not see the excitement, but crowds were there to listen to him. And I think I need to caution him that he needs to be very careful on what he says. Let it make sense to the LUO nation. Or else, he'll be given a chance to run alone in the field and eventually kill himself, or maybe get tired and relax. And people will be like, Kamisha. So therefore, he needs to be very careful to make very strategic moves, make very strategic statements, and be able at least to show those who could not make to the rally, seated at home, learned people, doctors, or even people who want a better future for the LUO nation, at least to sit down and nod their heads and that this is the man. Because so far, according to me, the smartest person who has come out of the ODM, it is Wino Odinga. She speaks with a lot of thinking. But these others, somehow, they appear to be rash. Wino Odinga, she speaks well. Honestly speaking, she speaks sense. Let me just say that. When I saw BABU OWINO hold that rally, there are things that came to my mind that is probably up to. One is to take the LUO control, is to take over the LUO, to control the LUO nation, to be the leader, the kingpin. I think he has felt like there's no channel to get to that particular position other than fighting your way up. There's no other. So he has decided to take them on, take all of them. John Mbadi, who is being talked of right now by government to inherit Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila Amolo Odinga's maybe LUO region. Yes, he's not a real LUO, but did you know that John Mbadi is not a real LUO? These guys are bound to hear from Suba. So the real LUOs are, Pure and I and stuff, Gladys Wang. And then also, so he has noticed that there's no way. So he has to fight for himself and get his way up. That is one thing that I've noticed. Because if he has decided to go to the people and ignore the leaders, basically he's doing one simple thing. Whenever he goes to a place, he commands. Number two, he also wants to lead the ODM party. ODM party is very important. If you lead the ODM party, then you continue Baba's legacy. Right now, if BABU OWINO decides to quit the ODM party, it will finish him. Because basically, the people of LUO Nyanza literally associate themselves so much with the ODM party that was left by Raila Amolo Odinga. So if he decides to dump it to be one of the greatest mistakes that you can make right now, he cannot attempt to do that. I'm also feeling that he's revenging. There are many people who have mistreated him within Raila Amolo Odinga's circle. And it feels like now he'll take over the party and be able at least to show them that they are nothing. That's basically what I feel BABU OWINO is up to. Just to ensure that at least he has shown them something. He has taught them a lesson. Another thing I feel is that he wants probably to have some bargaining power for the LUO nation. In that, even if it's 2027, when they are going for a coalition of any kind, he's considered as the main person to negotiate with. And not any other person. That gives you the role of being the leader. Another clear thing, you can see this gentleman by the name of BABU Odinga is getting tired. Honestly, Nimze. And I feel the ODM party, if they really care, they should not right now give BABU Odinga the party leader position. He's old, tired, and probably needs to relax. Mourn his brother. But now he's being moved right, left, and center. Northeastern, Nairobi, Homa Bay, Dubai, all over. No, let that Mzee rest. Honestly speaking, even if you want to protect what? Broad-based. Don't protect over the health of another individual. Because he's not strong enough, honestly, to do all these things that you guys are subjecting him to. That is what is happening. But nevertheless, what is the motivation behind BABU OWINO? Because in politics, first of all, I know that he might have looked around and checked that there are chances of him being somewhere. So what is the motivation behind that? Number one, the support of the Odinga family. As we said, he visited actually Ida Odinga, and Ida Odinga welcomed him very well, gave him a chance to speak. And someone told me that they're very close, Ida and the BABU. Secondly, Winnie Odinga has come out openly to speak in support of his friend BABU OWINO. That's a clear indication that the people are likely to inherit Raila Amolo Odinga's power are in support of this individual by the name BABU OWINO. Period. When such things happen, it's a clear indication that probably the Odinga family is behind BABU OWINO. 1. 2 is the popularity. Right now in the entire LUO Nyanza, among the most popular leaders we have, actually the most popular left right now, it is BABU OWINO, whom you can go to a funeral. He went to a funeral recently in a place called Rongo. The youths there were like, Babu, Babu, just imagine. And he comes from Kisumu. If he goes to Homa Bay, equally the same thing. If he goes to a place called Migori, the same thing. If he comes to Kisii, we know him. The LUOs there will seriously welcome him. So BABU OWINO has this popularity that he has across the country, and most especially LUO Nyanza, which gives him the strength at least to say, nikienda niko na mahali pa kuanzia. I have somewhere to start from. So the popularity is very supportive to BABU OWINO's ambitions. Another thing, ladies and gentlemen, it's acceptance. Somehow, not just the LUOs, the youth of this country talk about BABU OWINO, especially millennials, whom BABU OWINO was fighting for to get help in time. They talk about BABU OWINO. Somehow, people just talk about him. That when he was a student leader, he used to do this and that. So people feel like this is the guy we need to have on board. And that is what actually usually happens in the country. So I feel strongly that that acceptance also makes him probably to have the energy to push forward. The acceptance is across the country. BABU OWINO went with Raila Amolo Odinga to almost 280 constituencies, according to him. And in these 280 constituencies, he campaigned for Baba, and every time he appeared to the crowd, people were singing, Babu, 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 a clear indication that is known across the country. Also, I feel strongly that he is from Nairobi. He is a Nairobian. He has done politics there. He knows what it means. And therefore, he feels like he has the energy. Because once you get to Nairobi, then you can easily get to Kisumu. People underrated Simba Arati when he was in Nairobi. When he came to Kisii, he took that seat, people were surprised. There's some aggressiveness in the politics of Nairobi, which is more above that is not existing in the village counties. So I feel strongly that when we have BABU OWINO from Nairobi, he has some strength that he can be able to take at the ballot. I don't know what is your take, ladies and gentlemen, but in the comment section, feel free to share with me and tell me what you think that gives BABU OWINO the strength, at least to push forward. And probably, do you think you'll be able to achieve something at the end? Share with me in the comment section, because that is the best way you can be able to inform me. Or maybe if you don't mind, you can call me to let me know what you're thinking of. See you next time for more videos. My name is Abel Mukwa.